Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone. Today let us learn the chapter Federalism in Politics of 10th Standard CBSE. Federalism. In previous chapter, we found that Belgium shifted from a unitary to a federal form of government, but Sri Lanka continues to be a unitary system. Tamil leaders want Sri Lanka to become a federal form of government. Now, what is federalism? Federalism is a system of government in which powers are divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country. Usually, a federation has two levels of government. One is the government for the entire country, that is union government or central government, and others are government for state regional level, that is state government. So, union government is responsible for subjects of national importance, whereas state governments are responsible for day-to-day administration of states. Both the central and state government enjoy their powers independently. Now, what are the differences between unitary government and federal form of government? So, under unitary government, either there is one level of government or sub-units are subordinate to central government. Whereas in a federation, there are more than one level of government. In a unitary form of government, central government can pass orders to state government. But in a federation, central government cannot pass orders to state government to do something. Next, in a unitary form of government, all powers are concentrated in central government. But in a federation, powers are shared between central and state governments. Similarly, in a unitary form of government, sources of revenue are also concentrated in central government. But in a federation, sources of revenue are also shared. Next, in a unitary form of government, central government is more stronger than the central government of federal government, federation. Next, features of federalism. What are the main features of a federation? First, in a federation, there are two or more levels of government. Next, different levels of government govern same citizens, but each has its own jurisdiction of powers in the matters of administration. Next, the jurisdiction of powers are clearly mentioned, specified in the Constitution. Next, fundamental provisions of the Constitution cannot be unilaterally changed by one level of government. Such a change is needed consent of both levels of government. Next, court has powers to interpret the Constitution and powers of different levels of government. Next, sources of revenue of different levels of government are also clearly mentioned in the Constitution for ensuring their financial autonomy. Next, a federation has dual functions, two functions at the same time, dual functions. First, to safeguard and promote, to protect and promote unity of the country, and secondly, to accommodate regional diversity. Next, two ways of formation of federation. First one, coming together federation, and second, holding together federation. In coming together federation, small independent units, states, comes together and form bigger unit. So, small states join together, come together and form a bigger, large country, bigger unit. So, by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity, they can increase their security. Example, USA, Switzerland, Australia, etc. Next, holding together federation. For administrative convenience, large country is divided into different units, different states, and powers are shared between central government and state governments. Example, India, Spain, Belgium, etc. Next, what makes India a federal country? This is very, very important for board exam. So, soon after independence, several princely states and British ruled territories became a part of the country. So the constitution declared India as a union of states. So Indian constitution originally provided two-tier system of government, two levels of government. That is union government or central government and state governments. But later, third level of government was added into the constitution in the form of panchayats and municipalities. So the different levels of government, they have their own different functions. So this distribution of powers makes India a federal country. Now, how powers are divided? First, the constitution provided threefold distribution of powers between central government and state government. They are included in three lists. That is, union list, state list, and concurrent list. First, union list. It contains subjects of national importance such as defense of the country, foreign affairs, communication, banking, and currency. So these subjects, these powers are included in union list because on these matters we need a uniform policy throughout the country. Only central government can make laws relating to these subjects. Next, state list. So it includes subjects of local importance such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigation. Only state government can make laws relating to these subjects. Next, concurrent list. So subjects of common interest to both central and state government are included in this list, such as education, forest, trade union, marriage, adoption, and succession. Both central and state government can make laws regarding these subjects. If any dispute arises, the laws made by union government will prevail. So, if any dispute between two levels of government arise, then the laws made by central government will exist. Next, residuary powers. So, powers that do not fall in any of these three lists are called residuary powers. So, example, software, computer software. Computer software came up only after our constitution was made. So, union government, central government can make laws regarding these subjects, residuary powers. Next, some states have special status in our constitution. So, some states have special powers, special status. So, all states in Indian Union do not have similar powers or similar status. So, some states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Mizoram, they have special status because of their social and historical circumstances. These powers are mainly for the protection of land right of indigenous people, to protect the culture of those people, and to get employment in government service. So, Indians who are not permanent resident of this state, those people cannot buy land or house there. Next, there are some small areas called union territories. So only central government has powers in running these union territories. Next, court has an important role. So if in the case of any big dispute between the central and state government regarding division of powers, then High Court and Supreme Court make decisions.